does stuff here on FlossTube, and I'm coming to you on this Friday morning. It's about 8 in the morning on February 9th, 2018, with my plans for the Stitch Maynia Winter Olympics Challenge, which starts today. Yeah, and so I probably need to share what my plans are, because that's what I do, and then that way I can get to stitching and start working on my vlog, but you guys know what's going on. I also want to say hello. I am still around. I haven't quit FlossTube or anything like that. I've just taken a break, an unexpected but maybe kind of necessary break. But it's temporary, so don't be worried. It's, like I said, it's about 8 in the morning, which is earlier than I normally film, but because the challenge starts today, I need to get this going, get this uploaded, so that I can then go stitch on my projects, and, I don't know, just everything be in the right timeline, I guess. So, there is that. Now, there's a couple of things I need to mention to you. First of all, I can't tell if I'm getting better or getting worse, but I have had this sinus thing going on for the majority of the week. And so there will probably be breaks for sneezing because that happens. There's also going to be copious amounts of coffee drinking because coffee keeps me sane when I can't breathe. And so today I've got my You Are Here collection Michigan mug. A bunch of my friends still in Michigan, and I know Trisha and other Michigan stitchers are getting snow days today. A friend of mine in one of the school districts that I used to live in, they rarely canceled school for snow, but if they did, it was like at the last minute before people had to go outside and catch the bus or get to school some kind of way, some kind of how. And so for the first time in recent memory, they canceled yesterday. Like for today, they canceled yesterday. And it's unheard of in this area. But such is the case. And I'm jealous. I am so jealous. And I know that most of you out there who are being pummeled with snow right now, you're like, well, the grass is greener. But for real, I don't know what snow is anymore. I don't know what snow smells like. I don't know what it feels like. I am so disappointed with this winter. It could be my Michigan blood. I keep looking at the sky thinking that every time I look, it's going to start snowing, but it's just not. It's just not going to happen. It must be my Michigan blood, but I need some snow. But I don't think I'm going to get any this year. We've had maybe a combined total 1 inch of snow this year. Anyway, this is not the snow channel. I wish it was, but so let's get started. So I will be referring to my phone rather frequently because I didn't print anything out. So let's just go ahead and get started. So the Stitch Maynia Winter Olympics Challenge is one of those daily rotation challenges. And so there's a different theme for every day, starting today, with the opening ceremonies of the games, and runs through the closing ceremonies on February 25th. So it's about 17 days worth of projects. And I have found in the past that I get crazy burnt out with this. Switching projects every day, trying to cram in 17 projects in a month, it doesn't meet my, standards, my goals, what I like. And so I approach this very differently than I have in the past. And I went at this with as few projects as possible, and I also wanted them to line up as much as possible with my pre-laid plans for the month of February, since this basically takes up 80% of the month. So essentially there will be days where I don't have to switch projects because my project for the day is my same project for this challenge, which is pretty fab. And I also have very few projects here, and a lot of them are Year of Whips projects. So I'm still keeping to my focus, and but I'm still getting to participate in the challenge. Okay, so I had originally planned a new start for today. Today's theme, opening ceremony, new start, or most recent start. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to plan for a new start. There's a project that I've been kind of wanting to start for a while, and so I thought, okay, prime opportunity. So I did what I had to do. I had my finishes that I needed to be able to do this. And like 2 days ago, I was like, I don't feel like starting anything. I don't feel like it. I'm good with my WIP pile as it is, and it's already like overwhelming me these days. So I changed up my plans, so I have even fewer projects, and I am stretching a little bit with a few of them. So anyway, so let's get started. All right, February 9th, opening ceremony, new start or most recent start. And so I'll be going with my most recent start, which is Hortus Venenum, aka Poison Garden by Chatelaine. Let me move the coffee out of the way. That would be bad. And this is, you'll be seeing a preview of what this is going to look like finished. This was my New Year, New Start. And this is on 28 count antique white cashel linen, and I'm just working the center. So there's that. And this one's going to come out a lot for this, which is good. Okay. Next, February 10th, Winter Olympics. Stitch something related to winter. And so I will be working on, this is ironic, Snow Castle by Heaven and Earth Designs. Artist is Randall Spangler. Why is this ironic? Because I just went on a huge rant about snow. It's winter, but those two things do not coincide for me this year. And so here is where I'm starting from on that. I haven't done a WIP update in a while, obviously. And so there's going to be some big spoilers because some of the projects that I've worked on are featured here. So sorry about it. And this is my WIP for tomorrow per my regular calendar. So this works out nicely. And so this is where I'm starting from. I'm actually working on this today for my WIP for the day, but nonetheless. And then February 11th, South Korea, stitch on something related to South Korea, and so you could stitch on a Korean project, such as Soda Stitch is a Korean designer, or somehow related to the colors of the flag of South Korea, which is a white background with red, blue, and black. And so I am going to go with Snow Castle again, because the majority of the page that I'm working on is blue, black, with little bits of white for the snow in the joints of the trees. And then I sort of played it off that when I've worked this page, I will have read it. Get it? Red. You're going to have to forgive me. I'm a little cheesy. Okay. Next, February 12th is for the mascots, Suhurang and Bandabi. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that. And they are tiger and a bear. Is that right? I hope so. And so the task was to stitch on something with an animal. And so I will be working on Snowy Owl Snowman by Mill Hill Jim Shore. And there's an owl. And this is where I'm starting from. And this is a project that I'm hoping to finish this month. There's a couple of Year of WIPs projects that I'm trying to finish here in February because I need some finishes. But more on that later. Okay, need a sip of coffee. Okay, February 13th, speed skating. And so this is to work on something for a time limit. Set yourself a timer and go. And so I'm going to set a time limit of 1 hour, one timed hour, and see how much I can get on my Lady of the Flag by Mirabilia. So next week is my Lady of the Flag week, and so February 13th, I don't have to switch projects. This is pretty great. And so here is what she will look like finished. And this is the first of those spoilers, but hey-ho, it happens. This is on, have I talked about fabrics? not really. That's okay. This is on 32 Count Belfast in Vintage Blue Whisper by Zweigart. And so here's where I'm starting from for next week. But my vlog, I'll show you exactly what I do for my timed hour. She's so pretty. Ain't she pretty? She's a pretty girl. Yep. Okay. Next, on the 14th is metals. So stitch on something with metallics, beads, sparkles, something like that. And so I will again be working on Lady of the Flag because she's a heavily beaded lady. She will be. She's not yet, but she will be. February 15th is with relation to the event The Skeleton, and so stitch on something Halloween themed or something spooky, if Halloween ain't your jam. And so I will be working on Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow by Caratelle Samplings, which I'm super excited about because holy pitiful progress back then. So here is what this will look like finished. And I haven't worked on this since I started it, which is sad and pathetic. This is on 40 Count Country Mocha by Zweigart. And it is a huge, fat half of fabric, or just a little bit less than it. So there's my measly little start. Oh, that's terrible. But good news is this is featured at least twice. Because the next day, on the 16th, I believe. Oh. Yeah, the 16th is with relation to the biathlon, so stitch on 2 projects today. And I'll actually be working on 3 because it just kind of works out this way, and I'll explain. So I'll also be working on Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow, and then I'll be working on Hortus Venenum by Chatelaine. And so my sort of general plan for these is about an hour devoted to each of the projects, but it's, you know, kind of fluid, except for that timed one. So the 16th, it will be an hour on Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. It'll be an hour on my Chatelaine, and then it'll be an hour on my project for the day, which is kind of a lot for one day for me, but it's really the only day that's truly like that, so I think I can handle it for one day. Okay, February 17th, figure skating. I can't remember what the challenge for this is. Figure skating. Oh, stitch on any piece that requires specialty stitches, my bad. Okay, so for that I'll be working on Hortus Venenum by Chatelaine. Because Chatelaines and specialty stitches, plus I'm right at about that point for my Chatelaine to start doing the specialty stitches at the center, so that will be perfect. And so that's why I have the 2 projects for this event the day before. So essentially what's going to happen is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow is going to go on my frame, my big long bars, and then I'll just leave it on there until the next day, work on it for an hour for the biathlon day, then switch Chatelaine, I almost said Frosty Not Garden, Hortus Venenum goes on the big frame as well, and so I'll work on that, and then it can stay on that frame until the next day. So that's kind of how I'm making that work, to try to avoid this switching projects so frequently. Okay, next is February 18th, and this must be a weekend because the challenge is Heaven, Earth, and Humanity. And so I'll be working on Snow Castle by Heaven and Earth Designs because Heaven and Earth are in the title of the theme for the day. And Humanity is also featured in the fact that there's a wizard figure in a castle, which is humanity. Or representations of humanity, I guess I should say. For February 19th, the theme is 15 sport disciplines, so there are 15 sport disciplines in this Winter Olympics. And so the task is to stitch somehow related to the number 15. 15 minutes, 15 stitches. I think Katie even said 15 projects for this really insane. No, no. So I'll be putting in 15 minutes and probably more on my, or maybe just 15 minutes, I don't know. Jim Shore, Snowy Owl Snowman. Okay, next, February 20th, Olympic Village. Stitch on something with a house or a building. And so I will be working on, first time coming out this time, is Afternoon in New York by Country Cottage Needleworks. And this is on a 32 count Belfast in Ariel by Picture This Plus. Started in 2016. Good grief, Jess, finish it already. That's the plan. I plan to work on this quite a lot to get it done this month. So there's that. Okay. Next, on the 21st is 79 nations. There are 79 participating nations in this Winter Olympics. And so I will also be working, and so somehow related to the number 79. And so I will again be working on Afternoon in New York by Country Cottage Needleworks, and I'm going to put in 70 minutes on that. And it happens to be my 9th project, as I have it listed on my Excel spreadsheet, my 9th project for Year of Whips. It's just the way that it was ordered. So that's cool, 79. February 22nd. This is a lot of fun. Okay, international competition. That's what the games are all about, right? And so stitch on something somehow international or travel related. So I will be working on Hortus Venenum by Chatelaine because it is a German designer. It is an English theme. It's based on Alnwick Castle in the UK. I'm an American stitcher, and threads are from all over the world. It's a perfect international travel themed piece. So, love that. Okay, February 23rd, the host city is Pyeongchang. And so somehow related to the letters P or C. And so I will be working on Hortus Venenum by Chatelaine, which starts with a C. Also, the Hortus Venenum is also called Poison Garden, which starts with a P. Okay, February 24th, we're almost there. 4 new events. Stitch on something that's somehow new to you. It's a new to you designer, or it's a new to you technique, or it's new to you materials, or somehow new to you. And that's just hard for me. But Hortus Venenum by Chatelaine, believe it or not, is somehow a little bit new to me. First of all, Thor just got up from a nap, so he's clacking around on the hardwood floors. First of all, this project features Tila beads, which I have never used before. But I'm miles away from that. I'm also using Petite Silk Lame braid, which I have never worked with before. So that's kind of cool. Just to be doing something a little bit new with regards to that project. In addition, this is 4 new events, so there are 4 new disciplines this year, and this is my 4th major Chatelaine start. So Frosty, Autumn Fairy, Bold Band Sampler 3, and then Hortus Venenum. So it works out 4, plus there's a little bit of new in there. And then finally, on the 25th, when we're all tearing our hair out, closing ceremonies, stitch on something that's close to done. And I hope that by that point, this will be close to done. I'm thinking I can get pretty close, if not finished with this, by the end of the month. My primary goals for this month are to get this done and Afternoon in New York, because I am fiending for some serious finishes. And so that's it. Believe it or not, that's it for 17 days worth of project craziness. So let me see here. How many projects do I have total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 projects for 17 days. I will take that. And so I am going to head off here, get this edited, get it uploaded, let you guys know that I am still around. Expect an update video from me this coming week. It's probably going to be a long one because it's been a couple weeks since I did an update and things and stuff have happened. So expect that. For those of you who are who are so inclined and so interested. I do have one question for you guys. I am going to vlog during the Winter Olympics challenge, and so I kind of want to sort of get some of your feedback. Would you like me to do just one big vlog at the end of it? So it'll be roughly 34 clips. No, it's going to be more than that. It's going to be like 36 little clips mashed together to be uploaded at the end of the month. Or would you like me to break it up some way? So like every 5 days or so, I'll upload a smaller one big one, or 3 smaller ones. Let me know. People seem to really enjoy my Nano Stitch Mo vlog, which I uploaded for the entire month, and it was about an hour and a half long, but it was kind of cool. But I know that not everybody's going to sit down for an hour and a half. It's a long time to listen to me. So let me know what you think, and I will proceed from there. So with that, everybody, happy stitching. I hope that you, if you're participating in the Winter Olympics Challenge, I hope you do well. Go Team USA in Pyeongchang. I am going to have to convince my husband to watch some of the figure skating because he doesn't like that. He's not a huge fan of that sport, but I am. I've always enjoyed figure skating, so we're going to have to try to put that on. And I hope that wherever you are, I hope that you're doing well, and I will see you next time. All right, take care.